Hello students. So students, in the previous class in the chapter that is coal and petroleum, we were talking about that of the different types of the coal. So you see students, in this chapter till now we had discussed that what is coal and how do we find the coal. So basically you see that coal we found that of the by the decomposition process. So at first the coal get decomposed due to the action of the atmosphere and action of the earth surface, layer of the earth surface. They used to compress it, and due to compression they get converted into that of a soggy or dense substance, and that we called as a peat. Now again this peat will be compressed again, and when it is compressed, you see that when it is compressed hard under that of the earth surface, it will again get converted into that of the coal. Okay, so due to high temperature and pressure, due to the compression of the earth, due to the earth surface, the compression, and due to high temperature and pressure in the absence of the air, the peat, which is a fossil, which is formed by the decomposition of animals and the plants, that get converted into the coal, which itself a fossil fuel. Okay, so fossil is what? It is a peat and it is formed through that of the coal. It helps in the formation of the coal, or it will get converted into the coal. Then we had seen the different types of the coal. You see students that we had divided the coal depending upon their carbon content. If the carbon content is more, so we will say that this coal is the much better, and if the carbon content is less, then we will say that this is less good or less of a low quality as compared to having the more carbon content. So depending on the carbon content, depending upon the percentage of the carbon, we have divided them into three types, and the three types are that of the lignite, bituminous and anthracite. So these are the three different types of that of the coal. Now let us see that what we have seen in case of the lignite. So we have seen in case of a lignite that here the percentage of the carbon is 60 to 70%, which is less, comparatively less. So having low number of a low percentage of a carbon content will going to make it a less superior. Or not only this, but if you look at the moisture content, so it is having more moisture. So less carbon content, more moisture will make it of a low quality coal. Next one is the bituminous. So when you look at the bituminous, you will find it is having about 70 to 80% of the carbon content, and it is having less moisture content, and due to which it is of a good quality. Now if we talk about the anthracite, so anthracite is having more than 85% of a carbon content, so and least moisture content, so this will make it a superior coal or a good quality of the coal. Now moving on and see that how we used to obtain that of a byproduct of the coal. What are the byproducts, students? That we obtain through a process that is known as destructive distillation of the coal, and it will give coke, it will give coal tar, as well as it will give coal gas. So let us try to understand that what is destructive distillation and how this process is carried out. Destructive distillation. Destructive distillation. So destructive distillation is what, student? It is a process in which the coal is heated in the absence of the air. Okay, and it is heated in the absence of air, due to which there is a formation of a different kind of a byproduct, and which include the coal tar, which include the coal gas and the coke, and they are used for the different purpose. Okay, so we can say that It is a process in which coal is heated. Coal is heated in absence of air, at high temperature, at high temperature to decompose into simpler substances. Byproducts. And what are these byproducts, student, which is formed due to the destructive distillation? Is coke, coal tar, coal gas. Okay? Coke, coal tar and coal gas. So it is a process which is carried out in that of the coal, and in which this process basically happens, or it occurs in the absence of the air at high temperature, and where this coal is decomposes into more simpler substances, more simpler byproducts, and that is called as coal gas. That is coke, coal tar and coal gas. So these are the simpler and the byproduct that we get through the process of a destructive distillation. Now let us see one by one, each of them, that of the byproduct and their use also. So first of all, we will start with that of the coke, which is a kind of a byproduct. You see, student, coke is a very good byproduct because it consisting of a 90% of a carbon content. So if the carbon content is more, we will consider then that it will provide a more amount of energy. Okay, so coke is a pure form of a carbon. So the first point that we will going to write about the coke, that it is a pure form of carbon. And the reason of having the pure form of a carbon, that since it consisting of a 90% of a carbon content. Okay, so it contains 90% of carbon. Okay, it contains 90% of a carbon. Then if you look at it, so it is hard, porous, black substance. Porous black substance, that is black substance. This is left as a residue when coal is subjected to destructive distillation. You see, students, that if you look at the coke, you will find that it is what? It is a pure form of a carbon. It contains 90% of the carbon. So you will find that consisting of a more amount of a carbon, the percentage of the carbon content is more, and it is hard, it is porous. Okay, it is hard and porous. Obviously, it is formed due to the destructive distillation of the coal. So we will consider them. It is what? It is a residue of a destructive distillation of a coal, students. Then the next one is, this is all the properties of the coke. You see, the best thing is here that it is a pure form of a carbon and the reason of its percentage. The next is coal tar. Coal tar is not a pure form because it is a mixture of a lot of a hydrocarbon. It means with that of the coal tar, a lot of a hydrocarbon is mixed with that. Okay, so we can write it that coal tar. Okay, coal tar here, it is what? It is a thick, black liquid, which is the mixture of hydrocarbons. So you see, what is the meaning of a hydrocarbons? It means the substance which consisting of the hydrogen as well as the carbon, that is called as a hydrocarbon. So here, this coal tar, it is what? It is, when you look at it, you will find it as a black liquid and which is not a pure but consisting of a lot of a mixture of a hydrocarbon. Okay, when you find it, when means after the destructive distillation, you will find that unpleasant smell come out from the residue. That residue is that of the coal tar. So, an unpleasant smell came out of it. Okay, an unpleasant smell came out of it. That is what? It is of a coal tar. So these are what? These are some of the properties of the coal tar. Thick black liquid, mixture of hydrocarbon, unpleasant smell comes out from it. Then the next one is coal gas. What is a coal gas, students? Again, coal gas is formed. It occurs due to the destructive distillation of the coal. It is a residue of the coal only. Okay, and here this gas is also not a pure form, but it consisting of a lot of other gases mixed with it. So consisting of methane also, hydrogen also, carbon monoxide also. So we can write it that coal gas is what? It is a mixture of hydrogen, methane, and hydrogen is there, methane is there, and carbon monoxide. Okay, hydrogen, methane, and carbon monoxide. Then if you look at the coal gas, students, you will find here one thing, that it is a gaseous fuel which is what? Which is like a clean one. Okay, so this fuel, this gas is used as a fuel and which we consider them as a clean fuel. So it is a gaseous fuel which is clean fuel and more efficient fuel. More efficient fuel than other solid fuels. Okay, like that of the wood. You see students that coal gas is what? It is a mixture of other gases, and these gases are hydrogen, methane is also there, carbon monoxide is also there. So these are the different kind of gases, and it is a kind of a gaseous fuel. Okay. Although there are a lot of a different kind of a fuel we can use in the form of a liquid, like a petrol is a liquid fuel. Fuel we can use in the form of a natural gas, which is a gaseous fuel. Fuel we can use like a wood or that of the coal, which is a solid fuel. When we talk that after destructive distillation, there is a release of a gas that is known as a coal gas. Now this coal gas, we can use it as a fuel, so that's why it is also called as a gaseous fuel, considered to be the clean fuel and much more efficient than that of the solid fuel like that of wood. Okay, so these are what students, these are some of the byproduct that we get after the destructive distillation of the coal. What is a destructive distillation? Destructive distillation is a process in which the coal is heated in the absence of the air, and thus, or we can say that it gets decomposed into a simpler byproducts, and that is the coke, coal tar and coal gas. These all are having some kind of a property and can be used in a different things. Okay, so these are what? These are the byproducts which formed by the destructive distillation of coal. Okay, so I hope you all have understood about that of the coal. Now let us see the last topic which is related to that of the coal, and that is uses of the coal. What is the use of the coal, student? So with the help of the function, you all have understood that what are the function of the, what is the uses of the coal. Now let us move on and see that actually where are the places, where are the things where we can use the coal, or is any other thing is there, means any other than that of the fuel, coal can be used or not. So the first thing is obviously as a fuel only. So uses, if we talk, so the first usage, it is used in homes for cooking. So as a fuel, it is used as a fuel in homes for cooking. So coal used, it is used as fuel. As a fuel in homes for heating and cooking. Heating and cooking. The second thing, that it is also used as a fuel in that of the steam engines. Okay, so for operating that of the steam engine, we use that of coal. So, coal is used as fuel in steam engines, steamers, as well as also ships. Okay. So, we can say that it is used in steam engine, steamer or any ship. Next one is, next use of that of coal, that obviously you have heard about the Coalfield Limited. So, Coalfield Limited is what? It is a thermal power plant. So, thermal power plant is basically operated with the help of the coal, right? So, coal is used for generating electricity. And who will generate electricity? Obviously, this is the thermal power plant. So, this coal is used in thermal power plant for electricity. So, coal is used in thermal power plants for generating electricity. Okay, we can say for generating electricity. Okay, for generating electricity. Okay, so we can say that coal is used in thermal power plant for generating electricity. Basically what happened, how will you say that how we can use this coal for generating electricity? So this coal is used to convert water into steam, and with the help of the energy of the steam only we use to generate the electricity. So coal is used to heat the water, and due to which water get converted into steam. Okay, and this steam will help in running the generator, and the generator help in producing the electricity. So by this method we are able to generate the electricity in a thermal power plant. Okay, so we can write it that coal, basically what happened here, that coal is used to convert water into steam. And thus helps in running the generators. It helps in running the generators and produces electricity. So this is the way how electricity is produced in that of the thermal power plant. Okay, so we can say that it is also used in the thermal power plant. Now not only this student, but it is also used in the steel, in making steel, or in the production of the steel. So we will write the next one here, and the next one is that it is used in production of steel. Fourth one is it is used in the production of steel. Okay, used in production of steel. So it acts as a reducing agent. It acts as a reducing agent in the extraction of metal, from its ore. Extraction of metals from its ore. So basically you have heard about the metallurgy process, student, in which in the previous class only we have discussed that the metals are they used to come with that of their in a combined state, means with the other impurities, and that we called as a ore, and we used to extract the metal from that of ore. So here the coal or the carbon act as a reducing agent, and due to which it help in extracting the ore from its metal, and thus help in producing that of the steel. Now let us see the other uses of the coal, students. So if we look after the other uses, so it is used in manufacturing a lot of a thing which we use in our daily life. Like what? Like perfume, detergent, synthetic fibers are there, dyes are there. These all are used. These are all are what? The daily life thing that we use every day, and it is prepared or it is manufactured with the help of the coal. So we can write it that here it is the coal tar. If you look at this method, students, so in the production of the steel, this is used, it is basically the byproduct of the coal, that is coke, is used in the production of the steel. So we will include it into that of the uses of coal only, because coke we obtain from the coal. Okay, now what is the use of a coal tar? So coal tar is used for manufacturing different products used every day, such such as detergents, perfumes, detergents are there, perfumes, dyes, synthetic fibers are there students, then pesticides, paints, disinfectants, waterproofing roof, waterproofing roof in making explosives, in making roads, etc. These all are what? These all are the things that we use, that we are very familiar with our everyday, means we use it for a different purpose at every day, and this is used or this is manufactured with the help of the coal tar, which is also a byproduct of the coal. So ultimately we will include it into the uses of the coal only. Now the next one is the use of the coal gas. So we have seen the use of the coke, students. We have seen the use of the coal tar. Now we will see that how the coal gas will also used. Already I told you that what it is a very good fuel, it is a very clean fuel, and it is much better than that of the solid fuel also. So it is used as a fuel. In industries for lightning, heating and cooking as well. Okay, this is about the uses of the coal gas. So coal tar is there, which is used for manufacturing the different product which we use every day, such as detergent, perfume, dyes, or even synthetic fiber. Pesticides are there. And if we talk about the coal gas, so it is a very clean fuel, so we use it for in the industries for different purpose, that is for lightening, even for heating and cooking as well. So these are what, students, these we have seen some of the uses of the coal. So this was all about that of the coal, how it is formed, what are the different types of the coal, what happened when you destructive distillate the coal, what are the byproducts is formed that of the coal, and what is its importance, why we used to form this byproduct, what are the carbon content in the different kind of a coal, what is the carbon content in that of the byproduct, how they are going to be used by the other people, and finally overall use of the coal, including the coal itself, including the byproduct of the coal, that is coke, coal tar, and that of the coal gas. So this is what about that of the coal. So we have understood about the coal, student. Now in the chapter itself you can see here that is petroleum. So the next will be the petroleum. So let us see petroleum. Now you see, student, if we talk about the petroleum, I hope you all are very familiar with this term of a petroleum. Our vehicles totally depend upon the petrol only to locomote, to move. Okay. Now if we talk about the petroleum, so basically petroleum is called as crude oil. Okay, then we used to do the fractional distillation, and after that we used to separate them into that of the petrol and that of diesel and the natural gases. But when you obtain it, at that time it is a crude oil. The name we use is the crude oil, which is a mixture of a many hydrocarbon, and it is a kind of a yellow to black substance. It is also called as a black gold. Okay, so let us we will discuss about that of the petroleum in the next class.